Hey guys, what's up? Tamara here. Today I'm going to do a review of First Frost by Sarah Addison Allen. This is the second book in the Waverley family series. I don't know how many books there are, and this is my first time reading anything by Sarah Addison Allen. So let's just say I'm very happy that I didn't need to read the first book in order to read the second. So let's just jump right in. This book is essentially an adult book with a lot of young adult things happening in there. This book focuses on the Waverley sisters and their daughters, especially Sydney's daughter. So it's Claire and Sydney. They both have magical traits passed down through their family, and Bay, who is Sydney's daughter, who also has a magical type trait ability to her where she's able to tell where things go. And in her storyline, she just knows she's supposed to be with this boy who is a couple years older than her and is a senior in high school. So she's kind of woe is me throughout this whole book with that teenage angsty, oh, I'm supposed to be with this boy, but he doesn't like me situation. And then Sydney and Claire are having their own issues with their magic. You know, Claire is starting to doubt her magic, if it's real, if it's, you know, the tree, if it's, you know, her, or speaking of the tree, that is the whole point of First Frost. They have this tree that blooms at First Frost in the fall. It usually happens in October sometime. In this particular go around, it happens on Halloween. And so when this tree blooms, there's like apples, and it's just like the tree is alive, and it just, I don't know, it's interesting. So anyway, these sisters, this family has magic passed down, and even there's like a great aunt that has a little bit of intuition as far as giving people gifts and things like that. So this is not like a magical story in the traditional sense of what you would think magic would be. I guess that's why they call it magical realism, is because it's more about the characters than the magic. Like, this magic is somewhat secondary. Actually, this book almost reminds me of chick lit. You know, it's really, it's mild, it's tame, and for lack of a better word, it's really vanilla, you know what I mean? It's very sweet, it's very cute, but there's really no there's no action in it, not really. The plot is okay, it's, you know, decently paced, but there's nothing really shocking or jaw-dropping. There's no major revelations. Everything is sort of ABC, and you kind of know what's going to happen. I mean, it really follows a formula. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, if you want something that's easy breezy, you don't have to think too hard about it. You don't have to think, you don't have to, you know, even really guess what's going to happen, then this might be a good book to read. Now, will I read another book by Sarah Addison Allen based off of this book and this book alone? No, I won't. Now, while I had no like major issues with the book other than the general lack of excitement while reading, this just isn't my taste. You know, it's very contemporary, and it's very, like, the magic could have been kicked up a notch. I feel like it was really second as far as the story. Even the story itself was not really very strong, you know, as far as excitement and entertainment value. But like I said, there was nothing wrong, you know, with the book. I got through it and I read it in a timely manner, and, you know, I didn't find myself being bored with it either. But, you know, it's just not my cup of tea, I guess. Now, with that said, what would I rate First Frost? I would rate it a 3 out of 5 bookmarks, and I do feel that's being a little bit generous. I probably would have given it a 2.5, but since I don't do half ratings on my books, I rounded up, and here we are at 3. Now, who would I recommend this for? Basically, if you enjoy, like, you know, chick lit books without too much going on in the plot, books that are very easy to follow without too many layers. Like, these characters, they're really basic, you know, you don't have to think too hard to dissect them. I actually wouldn't even consider this a good book club book either, because, like, there's just not enough to talk about as far as what happens with the sisters and the one daughter and the husbands. It's just not enough meat there to actually hold like a book club discussion. But you know, maybe this might be a fun book if you're sitting on the beach and you don't really want to pay attention to what you're reading, but you want to read, or maybe on a plane, you know, one of those situations. So yeah, that's it, you guys. That's my take on it. Did you read First Frost? And if you did you enjoy it? Please let me know. I'd like to know what you thought about it. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.